Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Smoking gentleman cola tonight in the Bruno pipe, as you can see. I mean, look at from all my oils, from my hands and the tobacco. It's almost, I think it'll be a year in November when I got this one. Anyway. That sweet, sweet smell. Definitely a day for a pipe. After putting up with some, well, people who were, I guess you could call freaking out. That's kind of what this video is about. By the way, you might hear my neighbors, they're out playing their music, drinking again, so you might hear them. So today, I ran into a few situations where people were freaking out over things. And that's what today's video is about, is controlling your emotions during a frustrating situation. My job was frustrating today, but I got through it. I kept my emotions in check. Stoicism paying off for me. But I worked with a few people that were a bit emotional over things for certain reasons, and I understood them because I've been there, done that. I totally get why they were. It's you know, you're doing all this stuff and you see other people maybe not doing that, or you wonder why you got to do what you got to do and they get to skate away and all that. And as I told my coworker, you got to focus on you and worry about you and what you're doing, what's in front of you. Ask for help when you need it, you know, or figure it out. Most people are smart enough to figure things out. The other situation involved podcasting, and I was trying to help a person that on something, and they were freaking out because they were new. It's what they were doing. It was new to them. They had anxiety about it. They were flipping out, losing their mind. For no reason, really. Because it's podcasting, and I know making content is important and getting it out on time or in a timely manner, or producing as much as you can. Like this, like you see, technically, I didn't have much planned for a video tonight, although I had one that involved work, but I don't know if I'm going to get into it. I'll talk about it, maybe. So when you're in a situation, and especially a new one, and you're unfamiliar and everything, I don't see a reason to freak out. Mostly because it's the fear of looking like an ass or looking like a fool. And you have to realize, if you're new at something, you have to do that. You have to fall on your face. You have to make mistakes to learn. And, you know, when I get into podcasting and all this stuff, I had to learn just about everything on my own, and I had to follow other people that had learned and stuff, and I had to research a lot of things, and it wasn't easy. It was a pain in the ass, but I learned it, persevered, kept trucking. I didn't freak out at all. There's no need to let your emotions get the better of you because you're not good at something at the moment. You can be good at something. You just have to keep at it. But it's more, for this video, it's more of like keeping your emotions in check, where Stoicism pays off, where I'm not saying ignore those emotions, getting mad, having fear, being sad, and all that stuff. It's just when you're in a situation, you can't let it dictate your reaction. You control that action. You know, you don't control the outside forces. It's like this one person was struggling with something today, at work, and even with the podcast stuff. And there was no need to. It's okay. No one's dying. No one's, the house isn't on fire. Nothing like that. It's okay. It's all that shit that you have in your head of, I gotta do this, that, and the other, and I have to look like this, that, or the other in order to look good to who? Who are you trying to impress? There's no one you need to impress. You just need to relax, calm down, focus on what's in front of you. Take your time. There's no need to rush things as well. You're learning. It's okay. But anyway, I know it's kind of vague. I didn't want to get into the details for their sake, my sake, and they're really boring. But, you know, the point of the video here is your emotions. Keep them in check. Don't let them get the better of you. Or you turn out like Anakin Skywalker, right? He's a perfect example of that. And I'm going to shut the door because my neighbors are getting a little too loud. And that's annoying. To me, at least. You might not be able to hear them all that much, but they kind of annoy me. But anyway. I can't control that, but I can control closing the door and not listening to them all that much, right? This is really good. You know, like today, I'll use myself for an example. Sorry, I got chlorine up my nose, the pool, so I'm sniffly. I might even sneeze. So I was feeling the pressure to get stuff done that I needed to get done because I was doing work for someone else who was out and on top of my work, and there was pressure, and I want to do it right, want to do it as efficiently as possible, and I have my way of going about things, which one person is not going to agree with how I do it, but we get to the same point. It's just they go left, I go right, or up the middle, one of the two. But so I was feeling it, and my emotions, they come up, and you're like, you feel it, but you're like, no, it's okay, it's all right, it's not that bad. You can only handle what you can handle. It's in front of you. So I kept that in check. Although I've said before in a few videos, these trying times is testing my resolve and being stoic, so to speak. That side of me, it's not very easy to keep that in check. It's tough. These are tough times. And you know, my emotions run up, and then I gotta put down, back down to where you belong. I'm in control, not you. Most of the stuff that happens in office, podcasting world, and just about every day-to-day life that I have, and many others, is not that important. With all that's going on in the world, just take a look, and you'll be like, yeah, that was no big deal. I was really just freaking out for no reason at all. So, you know, that's kind of the summary of my day, is dealing with, and well, to be honest, I'll ask you guys a question. How do you deal with people who get emotional or freak out over something, and they know that you can help them and you want to help them? It's just at time you can't help them because of the situation, whether you're at work or you might not even know the answer, or you can't get the answer, whatever the problem is, out of them because they don't know exactly what the problem is either, because they don't know anything about what they're trying to do. They're trying to learn. So how do you deal with that? How do you deal when the emotions get high? I've learned over the years with my job how to deal with confronting people and stuff. I keep it as impersonal as possible when it comes to the public stuff, but like when it's one-on-one with people you know and care about, how do you deal with that? Do you kind of... I have a pretty good way of just balancing out, mostly because I think I'm calm for the most part. I don't let my emotions go haywire. I usually talk to people and talk it out, or just ask them what's the real problem, you know, because usually it's an underlying problem that's bugging them. But anyway, how do you guys deal with that type of situation? you know, I mentioned I used the dull gray rock theory. Today was not one of that cases because sometimes you can't, because you work with people closely, or you're close to someone and you talk to them often, and you can't just do that. You know they're a good person, but they're just struggling, and you got to realize that. You got to take the context of why they're feeling the way they are, and you be and judge it that way. That's kind of how I do it. I guess get their frustration, understand it. But man, that is so sweet for me. I don't know why. And you know, I opened the tin, and today it smelled like cut grass. Before it was like hay. Now it's cut grass, and that's good. It's good. It's an interesting. I would say Virginia cream, and then this now is like my favorite. But I'll get to the other one at some point. I'll get to this one. The other thing that happened to me at work, when I was shuffling through my paperwork, I came across a death notice. And I looked at it. I'm not going to divulge the information, but I looked at the date of birth, and they were young. I think they were 84 was when their birth was. Fairly young. Somewhat younger than me, but close to me. And I'm thinking, I'm doing all this paperwork, and I'm saying, wow, that's kind of... I don't know what the feeling I had when I came across this. It was like, okay, sad, but I don't get sad like that. I don't really get sad because I know, well, this is life and these things happen, unfortunately, especially because it's someone I didn't know. It's just an observation, like an outside observation, and I see it, and I'm like, well, I'm just this person shuffling this person's paperwork, what's left of what their life was when they were living, like the very end of it. You know, there's bills that are probably still getting resolved and taken care of, but eventually they'll go, and that's it. Like, your footprint is just not, it's like you fade away, like the public. I mean, and then I even thought about this before. I've thought about it before. I might even mentioned it when I talked about my nihilistic thoughts and the thought on death, and you realize that, like, okay, if I pass, my daughter will remember me, my siblings, my parents if they were around, some of my cousins, and not that I'm close to them, but they remember who I am, or my name at least. My nephews and niece and stuff, but eventually that passes away. Like that knowledge of me and what I was like goes away, and that's weird. It almost makes you appreciate life a little bit more. Like, man, it really is short, and, you know, the memory of you is even short. Probably even shorter, really. Like, after 20 years, and there's a giant, some kind of bug, I'm going to kick it, flying around. So that's kind of, I don't know, it's just weird. It's just that weird feeling you get, like, all right. Like, I mentioned to my daughter my grandparents and even my great-grandparents, the one I knew, I tell my daughter that, and especially my grandparents. I want that memory to live on, and hopefully she retains some of that and can maybe pass that on to her kids at some point, sometime. You kind of want to, but that's only going to go so far, right? Because even like I tell Morgan this, like, she'll get older, she'll have her own life, and she'll do things, and she'll kind of forget these things and stuff, and I don't know, it's tough when you don't know, like, have these people involved in your life. It's easy to forget. But it was just kind of, I guess, I don't know how to describe it. It's not sad, it's not even indifferent, it's just like reflective, I guess is a good word, and even that doesn't do it justice. Like, I'm failing for words on this. It's kind of, I don't know, because then you think about your own mortality and your time. I'm 43 and soon to be 44, and it's close. And then, you think of, like, my father, he's 73. You think of Regis Philbin, he was 88, and you're like, well, I mean, that's close. I mean, and of course we got the thing going around. I mean, if you get it, it's crazy. So those are kind of the two things that stuck in my mind for today. But all of that made me enjoy the moments I was in the pool with my daughter, playing games and relaxing and cooling off. Those types of situations, when you deal with them, and you have them, and you come home, and you're around your loved ones, that's your time to say, it ain't all that bad. You know what I mean? Like the frustration with podcasting, because I've been there with podcasting. It can be very frustrating. And, like you come around your loved ones, go swimming, have fun, forget about it. It's okay. I was going to put my light on tonight. It's a little hot in here. It's not too bad. It's tolerable tonight. But I put the light on, and I moved it over here, and I put it on, and I'm like, it's such a bright white light. Like, it's pretty harsh, to be honest. So I might get another one to kind of balance it off. I might have to end up with 3. I don't know. It just kind of, it's very harsh, to say the least. So I didn't go with that tonight. Now tomorrow night, I don't think I'll be doing a video for 2 reasons. One, I got an old friend coming over. I'm going to have some drinks and solve the world's problems. Get a little deep. Probably get a little drunky, which is the other reason why I won't do it, because I'll be slurring my words probably and sounding like an idiot, and I don't even know if I'll hit the record button. So probably tomorrow night I won't have a video, which is okay, right? Because I've been trucking along. This is video 31, I think. I think so. I don't know. I could be wrong. So yeah. So I'm probably not going to do a video tomorrow night, which is fine. You guys don't need to see me every night, right? It's funny. I didn't think this would be pleasurable smell-wise, but it really, really is. I don't know. I don't know if it's the deer tongue or whatever else is in there that's doing it. But anyway, I guess that's it tonight, guys and gals. Thanks for joining. I'll probably see you guys on Friday. Should be a good one. Maybe you see me tomorrow. I doubt it, but you never know. I may be putting a refrigerator in here for the summer. I don't know. We'll see. See if I can fit it in here. I can fit it in here. I don't know. We'll see, because it'd be nice to have beer stored in here. Anyway, that's going to do it tonight. And I hope you guys have a good one. Enjoy quiet time. Thank you for watching. I'm up to 6 subscribers now, and that's my favorite number, so yay me. But thank you for the few people that I have that are checking me out. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. So thanks.